Yo, cue my fucking intro, nigga. What is going on, people? This is Prodigy coming at y'all with another Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 video. What I got for y'all here today is a build video on my Frieza, my super overpowered Frieza, who's also known as Sonic the Hedgehog or Sonic the Frieza. I don't know. It's corny, I know, but don't roast me, nigga. Don't roast me. Alright. So first up, let's get ready to go over some of the key components to making this build. Run, Sonic, run. Oh shit, nigga can fly now? Oh shit. Oh, never mind. I was lying. Alright, so first off, let's go over the basics. We're gonna start with the attribute points. So essentially, you want to put max points in health and max points in Ki Blast Supers. Reason for this being that Friezas have low health and, you know, it's kind of easy to get smoked. For this build, I don't really use a lot of stamina. I use about 7 bars due to the QQ Bang that I use. That gives me plus 5 Ki and plus 5 stamina. And I also have my Ki Blast Supers maxed out to the limit, so yeah. And I also put 95 in basic attacks because I want to be able to get some good combos in before I hit them with some super strong Ki Blast. But you'll find that basic attacks aren't exactly necessary with this build. Alright, so now let me go over my QQ Bang. So yeah, the QQ Bang that I use for all of these presets that I have is minus 5 health, plus 5 Ki, plus 5 stamina, minus 5 basic attack, minus 5 strike supers, and plus 5 Ki supers. See, what this does is that since my health is already low, the 125 in max health makes up for the minus 5 in the QQ Bang. So that's pretty good. And plus 5 Ki is a pretty great bonus because on top of the 5 Ki bars that I already have, there's an additional 2 bars being added with the plus 5 Ki, so that's 7 bars of Ki, and same goes for stamina, so that's 7 bars of Ki, 7 bars of stamina, and yeah. For basic attacks, the plus 5 takes it down a bit, which is why I put the rest of my points in basic attacks, because I want to be able to do a little bit more damage than what I could do, so it's fine. Strike supers, we don't care about that, because we're not a strike build. And yeah, lastly, the Ki Blast Supers, you want to get that extra boost to make this the most overpowered build you could possibly make. And the QQ Bang I use for this build entirely is Before Creation Comes Ruin. It boosts all of your Ki Blast skills. XL, extra large, boy. No homo. So you're going to be doing the absolute most damage you can out of all of your Ki Blast Supers and Ultimates. Alright, so let's move on to what I have inside my skill sets, my nigga. Alright, so normally I wouldn't go over this shit, but since all of my presets are relatively the same, I'll talk about it for a little bit. To be honest, these moves don't exactly combo correctly, but they're just great for getting like instantaneous damage. Like if you're in the middle of a melee combo and you want to hit someone with some quick extra damage, then you should by all means use these moves because they're really easy to pull off in a battle. They're really quick to use. Evil Explosion deals some really great damage if you charge it all the way, and you can even hit people from behind if they snap vanish, which is kind of weird. It's a weird ass glitch that's been around since Xenoverse 1, but I'm not gonna complain about it now, nigga. Death Beam deals some moderate damage, so it's okay. It's a pretty good move to use because it's quick and reliable. Godbreaker is a really great counter. It's probably the best parry move that there is, since it deals the most damage and it's quick. Oh yeah, and the time interval for using it is really fucking long. It's longer than any other parry. Like if I use it and 5 seconds pass and you hit me, you still getting hit by that shit, my nigga. And yeah, I also use Giant Storm and Mystic Flash since they deal about a bar worth of damage on your opponent. And you can't forget about Golden Form, my nigga. Like that shit is the key to that ultimate damage boost that you get. So essentially, if you add the 125 points you have in Ki Blast Supers along with the QQ Bang, the Super Soul, and Golden Form, that's a fuck ton of damage. You have 125 for Ki Blast Supers, you have 20% with before creation comes ruin, and then you have another 30% with the turn golden. That's basically 175% damage, boy. That's a lot of damage, nigga. And the QQ Bang also boosts that damage a lot. I don't know how much exactly the QQ Bang does for damage, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot. It's more than you need to win a fight. You can almost one-shot somebody with an ultimate attack. And yeah, Angry Shout's good because it pushes people away and it gives you key bar back. So it's great for a Ki Blast build. And that's all there is to it for this build, I guess. Alright, so let me hit y'all with a damage demonstration, I guess, and show y'all how powerful these attacks are. Alright, to be clear, I'm using the move Supernova Cooler and Emperor's Death Beam just to show you guys the maximum damage you can get out of very strong ultimate attacks. But whatever moves you decide to use is on you. But I typically like to use Giant Storm and Mystic Flash, so yeah, I'm just putting that out there. Alright, so let's test out Supernova Cooler in Sonic's base form.
Out of my sight!
Oh shit, my fault. I kinda forgot to lock on. Let's try that again.
Out of my sight!
Bang.
No! You got me there!
13,000 damage. Now let's try in golden form.
Here goes. Out of my sight! No! You got me there!
Damn. 16,000 damage. That's a lot of fucking damage. Now let's see how much Emperor's Death Beam does in base form.
You got me there!
Alright, so if you use up all of Emperor's Death Beam, it takes about almost 8,000 damage, so that's not bad, but for a 4-bar ultimate, it's not that great either. Alright, let's see it in golden form.
Here goes.
But don't get me wrong, it's still a good attack because it's easy to pull off in battle and catch your opponent off guard with.
Got me there!
So in golden form, this move takes almost an entire bar, so it does roughly 10,000 damage. Alright, now let's see what these super attacks can do. Alright, now let's see Evil Explosion in base form. Fully charged Evil Explosion does 4,100 damage. Hitting all the 3 Death Beam shots does about
No! You got me
2,000
there!
damage, 2,305 to be exact. Now let's see what happens if I hit someone with a God Breaker. 3,000 damage. Now let's see how much damage these moves do in golden form.
Here goes.
6,000
You got me
damage. That does as
there.
much as a Justice combination, which is pretty impressive. 3,400. And now let's see Godbreaker. 4,000 damage, almost 5,000. It's pretty impressive. Alright, so now that you guys have seen how much damage I can output with these super attacks and ultimate attacks, let's see how this build plays out in actual combat. And there you have it, my nigga. That's how my build performs in an actual battle. So if you found this video helpful, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more content from the Black Prodigy, and I'll catch y'all later on the next video.